Who,
Ah,
Vince
look who it is.
or Vinny?
No, not Vince, not Vinny. It's the other one that hasn't been here for months.
Oh, well, Vinny's been here.
See, Vinny's was here until I made a joke about his mother. Saint, we can't hear you, buddy. It's been so long, you forgot how to use a microphone on Zoom, but that's okay. I'm sure he'll figure it out eventually. In the meantime, we could just talk shit about him while we're waiting.
So just like every other week.
He's only been back, a few days. He hasn't had time to set up the cool setup again. I heard something. That's probably him right there.
That went out. Is it going now?
Yeah.
Good now?
Yeah, we hear you.
How about now?
I don't know if it's good, but we can hear you.
There's like a delay. I'm not sure if it's on my end, but like I see your lips moving after I hear your voices. I think both of you. Jeremy, talk.
Why?
No, I see your lips moving first, then I hear your voice. Okay.
Well, that would make more sense. Yeah.
What about
maybe
now?
It's the loop back?
Am I still delayed or?
Yeah, but maybe it's me. How's it look on your guys' end?
You look like you're in real time. You look like you're fine.
Saint looks fine to me.
Let me. What if I exit? Can I go back in? Hang on. Leave meeting. Me. I'll assign.
Well, now everything's paused.
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Clarice.
Oh,
wow, it worked. Yay.
Is that better now?
Yeah, I don't know what it was, but whatever. All right, yay, we're streaming. Hey, we can take phone calls too, but I don't know if anyone's going to call in. So, like I said, I'm on call, which means that I could get a call at any time and have to answer it and go do something. So I figure we'll just do whatever we can for the week just to have something to put up.
Copy that.
All right. Let's see. I was thinking, I was wondering if I could play the music, but you guys think it's fine the way it is, just editing in the music? Like, you guys don't need to hear it to get any kind of vibe going or anything, right?
No.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
No, absolutely not. Although, like I said, the cold opening really helps because before it was just coming in, and I think the cold opening really gave it kind of like I don't know, just something to get people in the mood. It just sounds more like a setup, and then boom, the music hits. So
yeah, I used the Jeremy one yesterday. I keep using my jokes because they're the most memorable, but
only to you.
That's fine. Oh, oops! Don't want to open that. Let me know whenever you guys are ready, and I guess we can start.
Let's see here. How's this going? Get this bad boy up. Okay. Yeah, I am going to definitely invest in one of those new Mac Minis and get all this, redo all this. Jeez. Just tired of this laptop. It's like not. Actually, I might. Sorry, I'm mumbling. I actually might turn this in, like see what how much Apple give me money for it, or try to sell it. But I'm just interested in redoing my whole setup, new camera, new Mac, the Mac M1 Mac Mini, and just go from there. So, but I'm ready when you are.
All right. Hey, I hope people are listening. Woohoo. All right, here we go. Welcome to a new episode of The Usual Saints. I'm Mike D here with Jeremy, and for the first time in 4 months, almost 4 months, we have Saint back.
Woohoo. What's up? Back live in effect.
Awesome. We're still lacking Vinny, so we're just assuming he's dead at this point. We'll do an official in memoriam thing eventually, but we want to make sure first. I reached out to the other guys, the other guest co-hosts, to see if they want to take on a more permanent role. But I love Vinny. Vinny, I hope you're listening. I hope you come back. Don't know what happened. You're not answering to any of us, so unless any of you have any updates, but I don't know if you want to share it on the air.
I haven't looked to see how much a moon coin is worth. Maybe he's just checked out completely.
I don't know if Saint heard that. The moon coin thing was the whole joke, Saint, so I don't know if you heard that episode.
I remember I thought there was something you guys were saying a joke, but I thought it was just all in good fun joke about Neil Armstrong or one of those Buzz Aldrin, one of those astronauts. But I thought maybe
apparently Vinny's family had a connection to Buzz Aldrin. His mom knew him back in the day,
right?
And he had given her a moon coin, which I guess they took a bunch of coins to the moon with them, and he gave her one.
So to go, so they took the coins to the moon and just brought them back. There's nothing really.
Yeah, it's like mementos.
Gotcha. So it's like this coin has been to the moon and they bring it back, right? So she got one.
Yeah,
and I guess the joke was like probably she got more than a moon coin. Is that?
No. Mike was pretty explicit in what he said. Do you want to let him know, Mike?
I said, I'm sorry to break it to you, Vinny, but if Buzz Aldrin gave your mom a moon coin, he definitely fucked her. I mean, it's just, that's all there was to it. And I wasn't disparaging her name. I love the lady. She let me stay at her place every time, but I thought it was a good joke in all humor. He said I trolled him. He said I was waiting for that time. He was telling his story for like 5-10 minutes. It was great. And then I just dropped it. I was waiting for the perfect time. I dropped it. Right. And that was the cold open for the week. So
gotcha.
But that's the last time he finished the episode. He was fine for the rest of the episode, but I haven't heard one word from him since. So I don't know. Whatever. Yeah. So we have a whole bunch. Jeremy doesn't like all the topics on the list because they're all serious shit. But before we even get to those, yeah, I know Jeremy. I know Jeremy doesn't like the serious
what your wife
stuff.
Keeps telling you not to talk about.
Yeah, she says to avoid politics, and I know a lot of it is politics, I guess.
Jesus, man.
But okay, let's get an update from Saint because we got a few Saint updates, Saint statements and stuff during the thing. But why don't you recap for the audience? You can tell your story of what you've been doing for the past 3-4 months. Whatever, as long as it takes. Doesn't matter. We'll tell them what you want to tell them.
Right. I mean, anything we could always edit that out. Nah, man. So, like I said, it sucks because, I don't really care if they know this, but, my job, I have to fly the way up to Alaska and I work on a fishing boat in the middle of the Bering Sea. So I work with some great guys. I work with some not great people, but for the most part, some great people. And it just sucks. You're away from your family. You sleep in a bunk. You work fish processing. So, when the money's good, it's good. The money's not great right now because fish prices, COVID and everything hit. So it's not the best money, but when the money's really good, it's, it could be, lucrative for a person to go out there and do it. And of course, I've been there for a few years, so I've moved up a bit. I've gotten more shares on the boat. And this year I started a different position called the purser. I guess most boats, any big cruise ship or now fishing boats, not like a small crab or anything, but anything that has a decent amount of crew and is decent size, you're probably going to have what's called a purser. And basically it's, you call it glorified secretary. You're in charge. I'm in charge of paperwork. On our boats, we're also in charge of like kind of the medical stuff. You're quote unquote the medical officer. And so it's a different position, less physical, less time in the factory, less time. I'm still dealing with fish because I'm also the quality control officer. So I have to make sure that guys are cutting the fish right, getting fish sizes right. I have to do that. But a lot of my job now entails, a lot of paperwork, keeping track of the stuff we send to the government, making sure that, we're sending them correct production data, where we're fishing, what kind of fish we're fishing, all kinds of information the government wants. And then we have to give the 2 observers that are on the boat with us. I coordinate with them a lot and making sure that the information they're sending matches the information we're sending to the government. So, it's a job where, I got a pay bump, you get paid more, and they asked me to do it because, they need certain guys who are responsible. It's a lot less, I have a lot of freedom on the boat. Basically, I have a schedule, but I make my own schedule and whatever time I need to do to make sure like I get the job done. And luckily we have a captain and a mate that they trust, guys they hire that, say no one's going to babysit you, get what you need to get done. And, like, for instance, right before I left, I had another desk audit. So I had to go back and go through months and months of paperwork and making sure all that was, filled out correctly and send a desk audit to them. So in a way, it was good that they thought I was responsible enough, coming from the bottom, coming from, being a processor, that they thought I was smart enough and responsible enough for the position. But again, it's still working on a fishing boat. No matter how much money you're making, you're away from your family, you're out for months. We have Wi-Fi that's better, but not great. And it's not good enough to, do much. And if no one's on it, maybe you can sneak a podcast in there too. Or for the most part, it's, 10 guys are off shift all on the Wi-Fi and it's slow and you can check emails and send out Facebook messages, but that's about it. But it's good to be home. I'm gonna be home at least for a few months, at least till the end of May, going into June. And there was that small convention, Mike, that I showed you. That's in June. I'm gonna take my son to. And besides that, had a little thing for my son's birthday this weekend. He turns 7 in 2 days, but we decided to do it this weekend. So had my mom and my sister and a few people over, had some cake and pizza. And then next month, my daughter turns 12. But that's it with me. All the updates I've gotten from you guys, just thinking about podcasts, seeing this, the show's gotten, hate to say it, but the show's gotten much better, like with the interviews and stuff. You can see that there's been a slow progression. So that's good. Like we're all more comfortable, or at least you guys sound more comfortable. Was awesome. Yeah.
Come on, Mike, say it.
I'm not saying the line. It's Vinny's line. I don't even remember what it is. She has a great personality. Yes, okay.
Are we talking about your cousin?
No. Romanda Brockett, the registered dance movement therapist that we had on.
Oh, yeah. I started that one. I didn't finish that one. Yeah, I mean, sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. Romanda, like, you are welcome back. Maybe Sainte's got some questions for you next time. He was probably busy. The Wi-Fi went out of the fishing boat.
That was completely no shade. It's just I go in and out of some podcasts. It's just, but
so how many guys on that ship?
That's another funny thing. Now we're looking for crew because obviously, I mean, with COVID and unemployment and everything is going on, we're hurting. Like every fishing company is hurting to get guys up there. It's a lot to ask. I mean, when work is scarce and people are really looking for jobs, it's easy to get, guys that want to come away and, get away from their families and their homes for 2.5 months to go fishing. But right now they're having trouble getting guys up. So we've been running kind of as a short crew. When we had a full crew, we were like at 36 plus 2 observers. And then this last trip we were at 30, and then I just left, and now we're at 27. And so for us to really be cranking, the captain likes to be around like 34, between 34 and 36. I mean, we can go all the way up to like 37. But we have some boats that are down to like basically a skeleton crew, just like a one-shift crew, like 10 guys. We have one boat that holds like 28, and they're down to like 10 guys. So
are they still out there fishing right now, or?
Yeah, we're still fishing. My boat, the boat I'm on, the Constellation, we're still fishing, and luckily we have a good group of guys that we can make up for the losses. But I mean, eventually it just catches up to you. If you don't, have enough guys to keep up with production, it's just gonna, slow things down. So, maybe if you could finish the trip in maybe 7-8 days, if you don't have the guys, it takes you 9 or 10. But we're still fishing. But the whole industry, it doesn't matter what company or what, they're all just looking for people to come up there. And
people are guys, just making too much money at staying home to make it worth it to do the effort.
Right. That's what some people are assuming. And right now it's like, I also say, guys who are smart enough that, they can get work where they stay at home, or work from home, or, you can Uber, or if guys who are desperate, if you can still get money on unemployment, plus the stimulus, plus it's tax time, you add that all together. It's like, do I really want to just go and fit? Like I said, fish prices they're okay right now. And, they don't like just broadcasting that, but, fish prices were great. I'm pretty sure we'll be able to get more because, I was there a few years ago where fish prices were really up. Fish has pretty high, but with COVID and everything and things being backed up, all the facilities in China, fish prices are just okay. They're not the lowest I've seen, but they're not like, great right now, enough to entice someone just to, just come or entice guys to just stay, because the fish prices are great. Guys would just be like, well, I'm not going to go home until prices go down, but.
Did you go to CS? Did you go to CSB medical school to become a medical officer on the fishing boat?
CSB medical school? No. I mean, would that degree even hold up, or would they shut down offices and nothing? Although I've been meaning to catch up with some of the people that I did at the Tampa one, even though I don't believe that that Tampa location is going to open back up ever again. But I've been meaning to hit up some of the guys, see if they've got any work or seeing if they've transitioned into getting work in the. I know one kid, I forgot what his name was, but he was like super clean cut, came into school every day wearing like, one of those guys got to dress for the job that you want. So he came looking super clean, dress shirt, dress pants, came in with a suitcase every day. But he wanted to get into, sports, basically the sports business, ESPN. His dream is to become the next Colin Cowherd. So, and yeah, I think he'll do it, but because he's like only 22, 23 and just has that clean cut. I come here for business every day look, not like the slobs we were going to the work CSB every day, just t-shirts and shorts and,
Word.
Yeah. Jeremy's joke landed flat.
No, I laughed.
Yeah, so that's cool. I mean, it's not like you can fish in the Gulf right next to your home, right? So I mean, I understand going up to Alaska.
Yeah, I don't even think they do. I don't think there's no commercial fishing in the Gulf of Mexico, like, or not on that scale. I think it's all like recreational kind of stuff.
Little things.
There are purser jobs out here, most of them for cruise ships. So I mean, if I can, which I'm probably gonna do, I'm gonna apply for an official purser license from the Coast Guard. And right. I mean, that'll just, give me more options if I want to. But, on a cruise ship, it's a lot of, you don't get as much money unless you're like one of those huge, unless on like the Disney Princess or whatever they're called, unless you're on like a huge boat. But, go ahead.
Did you see Norwegian is threatening to pull out of Florida because of DeSantis being the idiot he is? So, hey man, if he doesn't require it doesn't allow them to require vaccination cards, they're going to go elsewhere, like some other place that has money or has water and will allow them to require the vaccination cards. So I can't believe that he can even do that. I'm sorry. Like, if you're a private business, you should be able to like pretty much reject anyone except for like disability and things like that. So I don't know.
Yeah, unless it's somebody making a cake who doesn't want to make one for a gay couple. What?
I know you like bringing that up.
Well, you just said if you're a private business, you should be able to reject people.
I think they had the right to do that. Doesn't mean it's not going to come with a bunch of bad PR.
Well, no, they lost the case. They had to pay like $2 million.
I understand. I'm just saying I think they had the right to do it, but maybe don't say that straight out. Maybe say, "Oh, we're busy." Don't say, "Oh, you guys are gay. We're not making a cake for you." That's like bad move on their part, but whatever. Turned into whatever it turned into. All right. Jeremy, you got anything you want to talk about?
No.
He doesn't want to talk about anything on the list. I got some fun stuff on there. I added
the stuff at the bottom's not bad.
Yeah, we could talk about Tim Tebow coming back into the NFL, or trying to anyway.
What the fuck?
Actually, that's a great topic. So, all right, Tebow coming back in the NFL. Let's do this in two ways, right? So I've seen some people talking about like he's been out for 8 years, going to a different position. Can he make it? He's getting this contract, yada yada yada. But what I would say is, So obviously he either succeeds, and there's different levels of success, but I think success would be like just a good enough player to contribute and earn his spot, or he fails and he's a complete, this is a fly. But my thing is, isn't that up to the Jacksonville Jaguars and I guess right now for Urban Meyer to decide? It seems kind of weird. And like, whatever you feel about, the decision, to me, it's like, well, either it's going to succeed or fail, and the Jacksonville Jaguars are going to have egg on their face for doing it, or they're going to look like it's a smart move. We don't know. And it was kind of weird to see people online and all these ESPN people jumping about it, like, how's this going to work? And Tim Tebow's been, all this speculation. It's like, well, it's not as if we haven't seen older players succeeding. What, Tom Brady's 43, 40, unheard of age to continue to be a quarterback. We're seeing older and older people continue to succeed. So I'm less like, why don't we just, a wait and see? I know that's not the sexy thing to say, the wait and see thing, but it's like, either this is going to look like a brilliant move or it's going to look like a dumbass move. So it's like, I'm actually glad there's stuff to talk about. When people get all in their feelings about this stuff, I'm like, why not just like watch and see how it plays out? I find it fascinating. I like it. I find stuff like this fascinating, and I want to see more of it.
He's been a professional athlete the whole time. He's been playing professional baseball, minor league baseball, but still professional baseball for a while. So it's not like he's been sitting on the couch the whole time. But he also hasn't taken the beating a guy his age would have taken for, playing in the NFL this long. So he might, I don't even know, was he 37, 35, 37, something?
He's not that old, is he?
I think he
let's
is.
see. No, 08. So if he came out, Oh, no. Well, he's in
33.
the league. 33. There you go.
Still,
yeah.
33 is old for an NFL player. They get their asses kicked every week. When he came out of college, I thought he should be a tight end. I didn't, they were saying he wasn't a pro quarterback, but he wouldn't play tight end at the time. So the other nice thing for the Jaguars is that it'll maybe take a little bit of the pressure off of their brand new quarterback they just drafted. Maybe might have some other story in the locker room, so it's not all him all day.
Did you guys see that picture of Mac Jones and Trevor Lawrence swapping hairstyles? Mac Jones looks like a chick, totally, like the long hair, and Trevor Lawrence looks like a dude with short hair. So it's just a really fun hair swap that I saw. Yeah, I just hate Tebow, but that's because of the Steelers wild card game. What was that? Like, overtime. I hate the overtime rule, man. One fucking lucky lob, and it goes past both safeties, and he's gone. And that was it. Whatever.
Arguably one of the worst quarterbacks to start a playoff game. And you couldn't beat that guy with a throw. Here's where I am with Tebow, right? I'm a Gators fan. So, of course, I love Tebow, but I am never an irrational sports fan. I get upset, and I'm the biggest Miami Heat fan. But you know how I feel about the Dolphins, how I'm just like, if you guys want to suck, well, just call me when you guys start doing better, because I'm just not going to maybe we got a call there. I'll just keep going. If a team wants to suck, call me when you guys want to get better and start doing smarter things. But with Tebow, I had no misgivings that he was going to be some great NFL quarterback. It just felt like, hey, if a team's willing to take a chance on him, you might as well see what you got and where it could go. And if it failed, like it did, then it fails and you move on. How many first round draft picks and quarterbacks have come who are highly touted coming out and they were this, and that, and they were busts, So it's just, I don't know if people just need stuff to talk about, but to me, it's like, at least it's interesting. That's all I'm rooting for. I'm rooting for interesting things and interesting topics, because otherwise, go ahead.
I know everyone says he's a bust. So he had an 8-6 regular season record, won a playoff game.
Yeah.
17 touchdowns, 9 interceptions.
Yes.
And his completion percentage was 48%. The completion
48.
percentage, yeah. Completion percentage, yeah. That's not a modern quarterback, but
right.
he won games. He his touchdown to interception was almost 2-1. He won games. I don't know how else to say it. I don't understand why people were so unwilling to give him a chance to, really stick around for a little while.
Well, the idea is like they were winning games because they had great defense, and the defense was holding them down. And actually, because of him, they were losing games. I'll give you an example. So once Tampa Bay decided they were going to get rid of Jameis and they went the Tom Brady route, I was like, oh, well, they're automatically going to win 8 more games and probably go. I didn't think that. I'd be the first person to say I did not think that Brady was going to win the Super Bowl last year, but I knew they were going to go into the playoffs and probably be able to win a playoff game, if not more, because you look at Jameis, he had, they were like 9-7, but he had the highest number yards for a quarterback, high completion rating, and just 30 interceptions. And I'm like, if you bring anybody in at quarterback and get rid of those interceptions, your team is going to win at least 2 to 4 more games in the playoffs. So I think the thing with Tebow, it was the same idea. If that 48% completion percentage, if you bump that up to 60 or 65, which is a normal NFL quarterback, your team should be well into the playoffs. And he did. He won a playoff game playing in that style. I also think, I don't know, there's just a lot of piling on. I don't know why, but I'm like, in most of these cases, why not just see what happens and just have the interesting story? It seems like we're just too quick to be like, oh, well, he's different from what we're used to, so we don't like it.
I see, and that's exactly my point. I mean, hey, you know what? Draft the next guy, but let Tebow be Tebow. If he gets out there and gets hurt, you got the next guy. He's going to run the ball. He's not going to sit in the pocket and pass. The threat of him running kind of makes up for some of those completion percentage points. I'm not a big I do not like the Gators, so I don't want to like Tebow. He did play for the Mets, so that was, okay. But they just never let him play a game.
He played for the St. Lucie Mets. He never played for the Mets, so
he did during spring training. He was in their organization. Okay. I know you're not a big sports guy, but he was part of the Mets organization.
I got a fucking terrible towel behind me, bitch. I'm a sports guy.
Like I said, sports. I mean, they're almost not even professional at this point back there. I
mean, the Bucks win 1 Super Bowl, and he's Tom Brady is a god.
Second.
I know. I got 6 over here, buddy.
Not a big sports guy. I don't even know that. I mean, that's pretty.
Yeah, I know. I'm talking about the most recent one, retard. I guess we can't say that word. But
not if you want to be on the Stern Show one day.
No, my dog pissed on the rug, so that's why I had to go.
Well, you gave us a thumbs down. I'm like, he must have to go.
Oh no, the thumbs down was you were talking about the wild card playoff game and him winning.
Because that's what I thought. I was like, I guess we're gonna lose Mike to work stuff. Thumbs boo, work. I got work.
That has not rang yet, so that's good. It's like it's Tebow. If he wants to go try out, what's the harm? Like they haven't like signed him to any like lucrative contracts. He's probably going to be a bust, but we'll see. Maybe he's still a big dude, and so if he can catch the ball, push some guys down, and keep running, tight end's probably the right spot for him.
He already did try out. He worked out for him right before the draft.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. So we'll see what happens with him. I mean, it's still the off season, but. Let's see.
All right. What is the James Franco thing? The Seth Rogen, James Franco.
Oh yeah.
So, the James Franco like allegations over the past, I don't know, 4 years, decade, something like that. You don't know that? So there's a bunch of sexual allegations against him. Like he had this like acting school that he opened up or something where some of his students came forward saying that he was like trying to, I don't know, groom them or harass them or things like that. And then there were, I guess, allegations on like one of the sets or something. I know someone that was on The Disaster Artist, an Asian American woman who was acting in that, came forward recently and said that she tried to quit because of the allegations and they wouldn't let her out of her contract or something like that. And they offered her more money or something. So Seth Rogen had not really spoken out about that because he was actually name dropped in that by that woman, saying that she had tried to quit and they wouldn't let her. And so he came out the other day because he's promoting his new book. And I guess he kind of straight out said that, I have no plans to work with James Franco. And that's where I'm at right now. So he's not exactly saying never again, but he's kind of basically saying that he doesn't agree with any of if the allegations are true, he wouldn't employ anyone like that kind of stuff. So, him being a big producer now, him and his partner are, producers of an Invincible, Preacher they did. I think they're doing a live action Invincible. I mean, they do their production company does a lot of stuff. So
they're producing on Invincible.
Yeah, they're producing the animated series, and I think they're doing a live action one, but I'm not totally 100% on that. So it's just Seth Rogen coming out and kind of like commenting on it. Finally, he's never really publicly commented on it. I guess on SNL about 7 years ago, he kind of did a joke about it, like sliding into James Franco's DMs and pretending to be like an underage girl, like a 14-year-old girl, and James Franco didn't mind it. I don't know if that actually was something he actually did or was just making a joke about, but so he's gone from like making a joke about it and realizing it's something you shouldn't make a joke about to his current statement where he says he has no future plans to work with James Franco. So that's it. James Franco, I guess there was a lawsuit against him, and then the women that were suing him dropped their parts of it in order to get theoretically some money for it, but of course those details are never really revealed. So that's the whole thing. That's
settlement.
Yeah, that's the whole James Franco thing. I mean, he was last in. I think he's done some small stuff. I know he was in, like I said, The Disaster Artist a few years ago, and that was nominated for some Oscars and stuff. But I don't remember the last thing besides that. I mean, COVID's had a huge effect on everything anyway. I don't know if he was in everything.
Something about him always rubbed me the wrong way. He's just, I don't know. I never enjoyed him in pretty much anything I saw him in.
I don't know if it's smarmy for you.
I just hated his character. I mean, I don't know if it was the characters or him. I just never enjoyed anything he was part of. It's weird.
The Disaster Artist was good. I'm reading the book now. Shout out to the guy who wrote it. Damn, what's his name? The guy who we're trying to get on the podcast for as a guest. He's the actor in the movie. Greg Sestero in Cyst, the movie we watched.
Oh.
That's one of those guys. Like half our guests, like they wanted to come on, and then like I just didn't I didn't keep asking because I'm not that guy that keeps asking, and so like I didn't hear from him anymore. But I know George had fun on the show, so but yeah, that's the whole thing. I like James Franco in his movies. He was in that movie where he lost his arm. He had to cut his arm off or whatever. What was that? 21 hours, 121 hours, 127 hours. Yeah. But he can't be doing stuff like if what he's doing is true, then that's not cool. So
right.
That's that one. I saw that Dave Bautista. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. No,
what you got?
Well, talking about SNL.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you guys, what you do for investing or whatever. A lot of the guys I work with have gotten real into cryptocurrencies lately. And some of them have made a lot of money pretty quickly. And you can lose money very quickly, especially when Elon Musk goes on Saturday Night Live, makes a joke about one of the cryptocurrencies, and it drops 24% overnight.
Yeah.
The market for that coin dropped $22 billion overnight because he made a joke on SNL.
What coin was it?
Dogecoin.
Dogecoin, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So on Friday, have you even seen these things like the Dogecoin Friday and all kinds of crazy things? So, in a way, it's all funny money. That's why it's like I have a bunch of friends who are trying to get in this crypto. But if you have something that's so volatile that one guy can make a joke on SNL, or a few people can be like, "Hey, it's Dogecoin Friday. Everybody buy Dogecoin," and like, how viable are these things? Is my question.
Well, at the same time, Elon Musk did the same thing to his Tesla stock when he went on that podcast and was sitting there smoking weed. The stock tanked the next day. I mean, obviously it's come back, but you think he'd learn his lesson about, hey, shut the fuck up about the things you're investing in. You're the CEO. You're the figurehead of this shit. It has an effect.
Right. But no, this is a great topic because I mean, just the idea that Dogecoin. If you guys know the history, that Dogecoin actually started out as kind of like just a funny bit,
yeah,
against Bitcoin, and now it's like a legit crypto. So actually, let's start at the beginning. How much do you guys know about crypto?
Not much.
I have a little bit.
I own some Bitcoin. That's about it. Like 0.0000005.
I'm about to say, do you own a Bitcoin? Or do you own like a piece?
Yeah, no. If I owned a Bitcoin, I probably wouldn't have to be working right now, right? But
no, 60 grand. That's it.
Hey, that's pretty good.
That's
I know to Jeremy that's a drop in the bucket. That's why he's talking about all these guys who's working investing in crypto. They have thousands and thousands of dollars, so just waste.
Some of them have a lot of money invested.
Yeah,
some of it be just good investment, but
a guy I worked with on the boat like a few years back, like when Bitcoin was about a couple $100, like 500-600, he said fuck it and went and dropped on like 6 or 7 of them. And so now they're worth like 60,000 a piece. So he's just like trying to figure out, hey, do I sit on it? Is this like a long-term investment? But the idea of like, the idea that we don't even know if it is one person or a few people who invented Bitcoin. It's supposedly the guy's name is, what's it called? I should be pulling this up. A Japanese name, and if you buy like a piece of a Bitcoin, it's that guy's last name that you're purchasing of. But the idea that it's all based on just, all right, here's a finite number of these things that are going to be made, and that's what you get a monetary value of it. And, at first it's getting people to buy into it, where if you think about it, yeah, I guess all currency or anything is just based on the faith you have in the system that it's in. But now it's like these people are going crazy, just any kind of what they call digital, or what they think is a digital currency, they're willing to invest money in. And it just all seems like it's such funny money, so volatile, that again, like you said, oh no, go ahead.
Did you see the one just last week or 2 weeks ago, or 3 weeks ago now? End of April, they had one called Cum Rocket come out and went up 634% in one day.
Right. At what value? Like, what's determining the value that this is worth what it's worth? And literally, it's just, well, a bunch of people are investing in it, and more people are investing in it, and people are putting their money into it. So it's just crazy. Like, I don't know. Eventually, as someone said, I don't know, did you guys see Bill Maher like a few weeks ago? His whole new rule about crypto?
No.
And he was basically saying, like, at the end, like, some of the biggest financial people, they just see it as you can really look at it as just one big, huge Ponzi scheme that someone's going to end up holding the bag at the end because people just keep investing their money. The smart people, they invest their money and they quickly, as soon as it shoots up, they get out of it. And eventually someone's going to hold the bag of all this funny money when someone realizes, what is this stuff really worth? Like, I don't know.
I missed my opportunity to say that was a strong opening blast from Cum Rocket. Sorry, but I wanted to make sure I got that in there.
Yeah.
I was busy dealing with the dog. Now she's with Heather, so I'm fine. Yeah.
Blame the dog.
I was. What? Sure. I was busy. She pissed on my fucking carpet. Anyway. Yeah. I mean, the crypto is like, I don't know enough about. I don't even trust myself with like stocks. I went and bought some GameStop stock a few months ago, late, and so I lost some money on that. Just a few $100, but still, it's like I don't trust myself. In my Fidelity, I pay people to manage my IRA, and whatnot, my 401ks and stuff. So I don't want to have to deal with that because I don't put enough time or effort into that. I'm not of the opinion if you have a strong enough opinion of something, or if you think something's going to pop, if it's low enough, yeah, whatever, go ahead and invest your money in it. But, realize that nothing's a sure shot, unless you have insider trading information. And then there's the whole SEC and everything like that would fuck you over. So,
yeah, I mean, my theory on it right now is I'll throw a couple $100 at something that's, cheap. And, if I get like 500,000 shares or something, if it hits, goes up to, from 20 cents up to $20, yeah, cash out and I made some money. I don't think I'm going to find the next Bitcoin, but if I can find something that takes a ride and, turns a couple $100 into, $20,000 and see you later. It's worth it for risk a couple $100. I'm not putting my whole retirement into crypto. We had one guy retired at like 32 because he got in Bitcoin early or Ethereum early, one of them, and had like $2 million worth of crypto. So he cashed out and quit. All right, that's not a lot of money to live the rest of your life on, but okay.
2 million?
Yeah, I mean that's a great start. Don't get me wrong. I'd love to have $2 million, but between insurance and the rest of your life from 30 years old, that's not enough money to, live the life that he could have lived. But whatever.
Nah, he probably should have cashed $1 million, lived a good life, and kept the other $1 million and see where it went. I mean, who's to say, what someone else is, I guess it's not for me to say, but I mean, you have a lot of Bitcoin millionaires, guys. I could have too. I knew about Bitcoin. It was still a few bucks. And I was like, okay, so when did I learn about this? It was sometime in, was it 10, 11, 10, sometime when I was still working at card casino, so sometime in 11. And then it was like, they were like $5 or $6. And I'm like, you pay $5 or $6 for this digital currency, you can buy stuff with it. And in my head, I'm like, I didn't understand, like, why am I going to pay $5 for a $1 Bitcoin? It didn't make, but, at the time, and this is what they pitched to Congress, that basically people are using this digital currency, it's off the grid. So they were just saying, hey, this is all dark web. People are buying drugs, illegal drugs, illegal firearms, arms sales, which they were. It was, for a long time, Bitcoin, the biggest use for it was not people investing for their retirement, but people using it as, underground, unregulated money. But what people don't understand now is you have to look at Bitcoin as a commodity, as some type of stock bond. Like if you're using Bitcoin to buy anything now, you're stupid, because the government tax it, and they tax it at a higher rate than normal stocks, bonds, and everything. It's not an actual currency anymore. Where people are like, oh, you can buy stuff with your Bitcoin. Why would you? Because if you buy it, you then have to pay taxes on that Bitcoin. You don't have to pay taxes on cash. So it's crazy. Go ahead.
I remember back in the day, I think it was like Domino's added an option where you could buy a pizza with Bitcoin. And some guy, spent like 2 Bitcoin on a fucking pizza. Damn, that was a bad idea.
A bad idea. Terrible. At right now, that's a $110,000 pizza that you just bought. So
yeah,
I mean, but no one could imagine that. You can't blame you can imagine it get to these heights, but I think a lot of people getting into the digital stuff, like they don't really understand it. Like with the new tax codes, it's not like it used to be. I was told so many people, they're moving to Puerto Rico or they're moving, to Europe because of the tax laws, how the IRS sees digital currency now. It's not a currency. It's not as if it's a 1-to-1 ratio. If you sell your Bitcoin right now, the IRS is coming for their cut. I know you were just on the phone with them, Mike, so I know, but
yeah, the IRS. Go ahead.
I think they classify it more as like a stock, so it's like a capital gains type thing that they're coming for. Right, it's not just going from pesos to dollars where they don't care. It's an investment to them.
It's like a 30%. It's higher than what they do for regular stocks and bonds. So if you're paying,
that number's going up soon, but
yeah, it's people are just out here saying, oh, I got this Bitcoin, and if I have enough, I can buy stuff with it. I'm like, you better not. You better be thinking long term with this stuff, because it's not the wild, wild west like it was back in 2013, 14, 15. It's like the IRS is coming for that Bitcoin money. So
yeah, I mean, my whole thing with the IRS that I just had, just to stay within the topic, but to kind of leave it. Did you guys file your taxes yet? Because on the taxes this year, there's this recovery rebate credit or something. And so I didn't know what that meant. It wasn't really clear. on the tax form on my 1040. I did it with Credit Karma. And so I just clicked it, said, yeah, sure, whatever. Apparently, if I received both payments last year, which I did, as well as the third payment this year, which I did, I shouldn't have claimed that. And so I've been waiting 3 months for my tax return, which I always get back pretty instantly because of this one credit. So I basically started yelling at the guy on the phone because he was trying to talk over me. I don't like that kind of thing. And I'm just trying to ask a question, get a straight answer. This motherfucker is trying to tell me he won't use the proper terms. I'm like, which credit are you talking about? Are you talking about the first one? Are you talking about the one in December? Or are you talking about the most recent one? And he wouldn't kind of tell me anything. And so I started raising my voice. He's like, oh, sir, you can't be yelling at me. I'm like, yo, bro, you're trying to talk over me. So shut up and listen. And so he shut up and listened. And he kind of ended the call after that. But, it's just, it was an hour, 15-minute phone call. So fuck the IRS. I tried tweeting at him. I tried reaching out to him.
Hey.
Well, Mike,
that is just solely the opinion of.
Yeah. I just want to let you know, when you get audited for the next 5 years, it probably has nothing to do with you yelling at that guy on the phone.
Listen, listen. Also, when I was hanging up, I kind of might have said "fucking cocksucker." I don't know. I have no problem being audited because my shit is legit. Okay,
I'm not sure I want to be associated with you right now. I don't want to, get some of the blowback. What the fuck, dude? What the hell are you thinking?
That guy was a dipshit, man. But whatever. Anyway,
well, that dipshit is going to ruin your life for the next 5 years. Good luck.
That's fine. It's not going to cost me anything extra. I have married filing jointly 2 jobs with my wife, and then that's it. Plus the podcast stuff. But.
It's going to be those 2 guys in the desert in Spaceballs combing through your shit.
We ain't found shit.
I've always had the joke when people tell me about that stuff. I tell people like, hey man, Al Capone was one of the most ruthless bootlegger gangsters in Chicago, murdered dozens of people, and basically ran a crime syndicate across the Midwest. And you know what he went to jail for? Tax evasion. There you go. So who do you fuck with?
That's fine, but I'm not evading taxes. I give them that extra money every year. I claim the 0, so I don't get it back in the paycheck. I always get it back at the end of the year, so I don't owe them any money. So, I could say fuck them. They want to try pull some shit. I'll get a lawyer. I ain't got no problem.
Yeah, that'll help.
I'd like to say it again on the Usual Saints podcast. Carl said, no problem with the IRS, no problem, Mr. IRS man. You good over here.
I got no problem with the IRS either. I got a problem with that dipshit that answered the phone after me being on the phone for an hour. And he's just some peon at some call center. He's probably at home jerking off. So, what?
Keep digging, Mike. I think we got the cold open for this episode. Keep digging, Mike.
That's
keep
fine.
digging.
So what is the over-under on how long it's going to take for his audit notice to show up in his mailbox? What do you think? A month? A couple weeks? What?
You act like that many people listen to the podcast.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. So let's see. Yeah, crypto, whatever. I'm not gonna put money into it. I don't have money to lose. So that's me. But Jeremy, like he said, he's got money to burn.
I mean,
when you get cold at night, you light up those big stacks, right? You just set them on
fire.
$200.
Like Sainte was saying, if he had bought, $100 when it was $5 a share, he'd have 20 shares at 60 grand right now. So I'm putting $100 towards something, if it hits, great. If it doesn't, okay. I lose a couple $100.
I did that. I looked at an article from like US News or something like that. It said like basically 10, not dollar stocks, but like stocks under $10, I think, that they were recommending that they thought they were going to hit. And I think I put like $800, and right now it's above 800, but it's just sitting there. It's not doing much. So whatever, we'll see what happens.
Oh yeah. I would not put any money I couldn't afford to lose into crypto right now.
Right.
But if I'll put some money in there to, hey, like I said, if it hits, great. If it doesn't, okay.
All right. Let's take a quick break. We've been talking for a long time, and that way I can insert an ad, because I'm not putting the ads at the beginning of the episode now. I'm doing the cold open music first half, then ad, then another section, then ad, and then another section. So
cool.
I hope we get some sponsors.
Just Anchor.
Well, no. I was hoping that Anchor would air 3 times during the episode, but no, they only air the 1 time. So we need to get other sponsors. So Cider Boys.
I was gonna say, what's the name of the cider you want to be sponsored by?
Cider boys. I'd be drinking one right now if I wasn't on call. All right, we'll take a quick break. You're listening to The Usual Saints. We'll be right back. No clever after talk, Jeremy. Okay, that's fine.
Not today.
I'll go ahead and stop it. I wonder if we're leaving in that Vinny stuff, but that's fine.
Well, at least it's at the very beginning, so I guess we can always, if you just want to edit that part out.
Well, shit, did you leave it in the last episode?
Oh yeah,
because we went on for like 10 minutes about about Vinny last episode. I thought it was funny, but
I thought it was funny too.
It was all in jest.
No, you really think it was because of the joke, or is just something else going on?
I think he's moving and probably spending time with the girlfriend. I think he's just busy.
He's not moving until June, man, and he's posting about vaccinations on Facebook and Happy Mother's Day. You can spend 5 seconds to say, "Hey guys, I can't do this week." That's it. I don't know, whatever.
So breaks. I'm gonna go run, take a piss, and come back.
Oh, he doesn't know how the brakes work, but that's okay. Go ahead.
How does the brakes work?
The brakes
Mike's
work
already
like
started back.
He's
already recording again.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's fine. Go ahead, man.
It's all in name. There's no actual brakes.
No, I figured that because I know that we're whatever. But I mean, if we were on a live feed or whatever like
we
that,
got a couple minutes.
Right.
Good.
We are. We're on YouTube, but that's fine. Go ahead.
Okay. All right.
Don't forget to take the mic with you. It makes for interesting audio.
Not so much.
No, I heard that. No, it's okay.
All right, I'm gonna go say hi to Heather. We'll be right back. For anyone who's watching the live stream, you can call in.
Or okay.
We have Vinny coming into the show.
All right.
Do you?
I got about.
Vinny's here.
Hey.
Wait.
Not yet.
You see?
What's
that? You put it out into the universe, and good things happen. Even though I only got about 20 minutes left.
I do like that he has no shirt on, though.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Can't.
Okay,
I don't see him, but
you can't see him.
You don't see him?
You don't see me?
Was not. Hold on.
Does everybody else
There
see
he
me?
is. Yep.
Yeah, we see you.
Hey.
Hey,
Look at that sexy body. That's what I'm talking about.
I'm taking a shit, so I thought I'd get you guys on the phone.
Perfect timing.
Yeah. Well, if you guys are gonna put fucking pillows on there, I might as well get taking a shit on there too.
This is
How's my
great.
audio? Is it echoing? It should be. I have good acoustics in here.
Actually, that's probably the best you've sounded.
Best I've sounded the whole time.
That's true too, though.
Yeah.
Welcome back to The Usual Saints.
I need to watch
That's our
myself
break.
in the toilet all the time.
He's not touching the microphone, is what it is. He's got the iPhone, so it's good.
Right.
The iPhone
I
has
have
good
the
audio.
iPhone, that's right.
That's
Don't
great.
worry, no
Vinny?
wide shots. No wide shots. And I
Please
definitely don't have any pants on.
That's our motto,
Wow.
so that's fine.
That would
I
be
hope not.
difficult.
While taking a shit, it'd be kind of hard, but
And let me turn this way too.
Have
Oh,
you ever
hey.
taken a shit with your pants on?
It's messy. It's pretty messy.
Vinny,
So-
where you been, man? We miss you.
I've been around.
We see you
Been
reading
watching-
our messages, but
I've
we
been
don't
watching you guys
know.
struggle. I've been watching you guys struggle through shows. It's fun to watch.
We did one show without you, man. And we did fine.
Well, it sucked, by the way. It's horrible.
Did you listen to it?
No, but I know it sucked. I wasn't there, so it had to suck. That totally had to suck.
You should hear Jeremy struggle with the words in memoriam when we were talking about it. We weren't sure if you were dead or not.
I've been watching this one for a while before I decided to call in or to get on.
That's good. Good. We're glad to have you.
Yeah. Glad to be back. I don't know how long I'm going to be on here because, things are happening, but,
I mean, listen, I've never had a bowel movement on the show before. It should be interesting.
Yeah. Well, that's what we're about. We're breaking barriers here.
Yeah. All types.
We already welcomed Saint back and talked about his, fishing exploits. But
I heard all that. I've been listening to you guys since you came on and you guys were just sitting there saying absolutely nothing. I watched that for 20 minutes. I was like, what the fuck? Everybody's gone. Everybody who was going to take a chance on this was like, fuck this. All they're doing is sitting there.
Blame Saint. Saint went out of the house when I said we were going to start. And he's like, oh, I ran out.
Blame
My
Saint.
bad.
All right. Hey, Saint, it's good to have you back, though, man. Seriously. It's good
to Appreciate it.
Yeah, it's good to have you back, man.
Appreciate it.
Any side effects?
For what? Oh, from COVID?
Shot. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, yeah. This is my second day of missing work. I just now came around the bend. I got fevers. It didn't happen for like 2 days. I got it on a Thursday, and my arm started hurting later in that day. And then Friday, I was really tired on Friday. Then Saturday, I had fever, chills. I felt a little nauseous. So I called in sick on Sunday because I had to be there at 5 a.m. So I let him know Saturday night that I wasn't going to make it. And then I went to bed last night and I woke up around 2 and I had like a killer headache and I was still feeling really tired. I've been tired the whole time, but now I'm feeling a lot better. So I think this boo-boo that I'm taking right now is helping out a lot. So
that's what's up. Does your arm hurt? Any arm soreness?
Just in the spot where they gave the needle, but that's actually gone away. That's actually gone. It was just the after feeling. And, I talked to a lot of the guys at work who had gotten the shot and they said, and I read up on it and stuff about after effects. And they said mostly women are getting hit the hardest with it. But, a low percentage of men are getting, the full thing. And I guess I'm just in that percentage. They say the worse you feel, the harder the body is building immunity. So I shouldn't be getting shit for a long time going through this crap, but it's worth it to me. It's cool. It wasn't anything I couldn't handle. It's just, I couldn't see myself sitting at work, feeling like that. So that's why I just decided to stay home.
Which shot did you get?
Pfizer. That's another reason why I was a little surprised, because a lot of people weren't getting that serious a side effect from Pfizer. It's mostly Johnson & Johnson, Moderna. So,
Pfizer we had guys. A little bit.
We had guys in our boat. I mean, our boat was a good test, experiment, because half the guys got the Johnson & Johnson, the other half got Moderna. I got the Moderna. First shot, just pain in the arm. Second shot, knocked me on my ass for a day. I had chills, aches, everything. But after a day, it went away. But when we had one guy, our assistant engineer, he caught hives from the Moderna, like all over his body. And
wow.
We just, so me being the medical officer on the boat, it was my job. I had to give him some Moderna. I gave him some Benadryl. And it went away after about 2 days. But the Johnson & Johnson, we had 14 guys take it, and nobody had bad effects from it. So,
well, I guess it's just a matter of who gets it, who gets it and how they react. I mean, everybody's different. I mean, it's the same as with allergies. A lot of people were having an allergic reaction to it, because they were allergic to it, obviously. But I guess it all depends on who you are, So.
Right.
I had the Pfizer, and it made me pretty messed up the first day, but then I got better. But I also had COVID around the same time. So,
you mean on the second shot?
Yeah, the first time I got COVID the next day, and the second.
Oh, wow!
But
a rousing success story for Pfizer.
But that was for the physical therapist, I think. So.
Hey,
Oh,
that's
shit.
great. That was great. No, after the first shot, I got COVID, so
Yeah.
that's great.
So I was very optimistic about the second shot.
Is that the cold open now?
Yeah,
No.
that I think that might be the
shit.
cold open.
No,
Hey, I got the first shot and I got COVID. I got the second shot. Now I have AIDS.
Yep. There you go.
No, but like I asked the health department, I said, listen, I got COVID the day after I got the first shot. Should I go ahead and get the second shot? And they told me that as long as I didn't have any symptoms, like we discussed, that I should get it. So I got it. And then I just, I think my arm hurt. I think I had a little bit, maybe not even a fever, just like I didn't feel so hot, but then I was fine. And I got that on a Wednesday. I wasn't back at work yet, so it wasn't a big deal for me. But I didn't need like, I guess you've been feeling bad for 5 days. I was probably a day or two.
I'm just now coming around the bend, so I'm good now, and I feel basically normal. Other than the other shit that's wrong with me, yeah, I feel fine from the shot. So, but how long do you guys usually sit on the toilet before your ass goes to sleep?
My ass doesn't go to sleep. It's my legs that get numb. That's where I'm at.
Well, first my ass goes to sleep, and then my legs go. So I may be sitting here for a long time.
I think the three white guys are long poopers here because Sainte kind of was like, "What are you talking about? Sitting on the toilet for a long time?" So
oh my god! I could read War and Peace sitting. I could read War and Peace sitting in this chair.
Well, listen, Vinny. I don't know if you've heard all this shit we've been talking, like, because we missed you, but we didn't know what the fuck was going on because you're reading the messages, not saying anything.
Yeah,
we were like, what the fuck's
and
going
you were still
on?
talking shit about my mom. Don't ever.
I was not. No,
outside anywhere.
Vinny. I don't talk shit about your mom. I just had to make that joke because it was hilarious.
I know. It was a fucking big softball. You had to hit it.
What was your mom's name? I forgot her name. What's her name?
Gail.
All right. She was like this nicest lady. I said that. I'll say that till the day I die.
know.
Every time no, for real. No, every time I get up there.
It's cool. That's not why I was staying away.
I know.
That's not why I was staying away. I was just busy. That's all.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
You can see I was watching all your correspondence between you. I love all the the wife and husband fights between you and Jeremy on Messenger.
Oh, you too, huh? Oh man.
Yeah. Oh my god, it's like a fucking show. Are you kidding me?
Right.
It's like shit. It's like, wait a minute, honey. I gotta check in on the show. Hold on.
Yeah.
Well, we just wanted to make sure everything was good.
Everything's cool, man.
All right, good. You got anything?
Hey, you know what? I right now I'd fuck Buzz Aldrin for a moon coin right about now. I could use the extra cash.
I was thinking about reaching out to him and seeing if he wanted to do the show.
I'll just yell. He'll have one of his flunkies say, "I'm sorry, Buzz is busy."
I know. No, but I know Saints we're gonna have to cut it short in a little bit. Do you have anything you want to talk about for the time you're here, Vinny? Any topics this week? Anything been going on that you want to cover?
Not really. I mean, I've been listening to what you guys have been talking about. The Bitcoin thing, I don't know anything about that shit, so I just didn't stay away from it. But the Tebow thing, hey, you know what? So what? Let him come back and do what he wants to do.
Right.
If anything, it's going to be entertaining. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I'm not taking it personally that the man's coming back to football. I couldn't care less what he does. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He was fun to watch. I'll be honest.
Yep.
I wasn't a big Tim Tebow fan. Same reason Mike isn't, because of that fucking pass. But he was fun to watch. All the kneeling, all the praying and shit, whatever. But
I mean, what you guys don't like the greatness that Tim Tebow brings from the power of the Lord up above, kicking
what? I'm
Steelers'
very
ass.
close to showing you what's in the toilet right now because of that fucking statement.
Yeah, probably the Steelers that year. Anyway.
No, they were great that year, but I don't like the
Really?
overtime rule. Yeah, I don't like the overtime rule about first team to score a touchdown. Let the other team have a shot. Isn't that what college does?
Yeah.
Well, they changed it. I mean, the rules changed now, but
the pros.
That was great. All three of you talked at the same time. That's such a great. We're so professional.
It's like Congress. We're in Congress.
No, Mike. Professionals get paid. You have to remember that.
Oh, hey, by the
Always
way,
remember.
let me check what we're up to on Anchor right now because I haven't touched it because I'm letting it grow. $10.24.
Hey,
Holy shit!
That's a new Bitcoin right there.
Hey, we can go to Red Lobster.
No, you can't. You can eat those rolls and get an iced tea.
They got that cheese bread, cheese biscuits.
Yeah.
We can get
Yes.
Can we get one of those?
Yeah, those are free.
Oh, are they free?
Yeah.
Oh, good. There we go.
You go in, order an iced tea, and you say, "I want some of the biscuits," and you'd be good to go.
That's right. You eat it and you leave. Bye.
All right, guys.
So,
I gotta get going. So I didn't know we were gonna do it this early. But I mean, I'm available later today if Vinny wants to take another deuce or something. We can,
Yeah.
jump on that then.
It's very good. It's a very good chance I might be doing this around 8.
Or a number one. I'm not picky. Number one, Vinny. If you wanna
Number
switch
one
up.
is fun because of my prostate. It's the size of a basketball, so it's like you can hear it dribble. It's fun stuff, man.
Good to know. Good to know.
Yeah.
that takes longer than his shits because of the dribbling.
Well, I'll tell you what. If I fuck my pillows first and then go pee, I pee pretty good because prostate shrinks a little bit.
Hey, I'm looking into t-shirts, by the way. There's a company locally that I want to try to see if they can put our logo on it or something. I'll let you guys know. I'll keep it updated. Get some for the guests, get some for us.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Significant others. Yeah.
Sweatshirt.
Yeah.
Hoodie.
All right, so we can end this week. I mean, we, like Jeremy says, we got all the serious topics, and Jeremy and Vinny are not fans of those. We can either clear them off, but we also need to add more stuff to the list. So we can end it for this week. Have a nice short episode as opposed to the 2-hour and 10-minute episode me and Jeremy recorded last week.
Right.
Yeah.
But also, man, for Jeremy and Vinny, I want to get together, man, to have like a separate podcast where we just talk about movies and shows that we do. That way, I mean, we can keep this kind of like topical and then do another podcast where we talk about old movies, new movies, like you said, try to get enough reviews up so maybe we can actually get some we can become official film critics and get some movies or movie links for free. So
that sounds pretty good to me.
That's what I'm gonna set up.
You were thinking you had a name. Should we say the name that you were thinking?
Oh yeah, I was thinking
no,
steal it. Come on now. What are you gonna make nothing from nothing? So it's gonna be the usual Saints. Gonna be the usual Saints screen reviews or the USSR. So we're bringing back the USSR.
I like it.
It's gonna be the usual Saints screen reviews, and
cool.
Old movies, new movies, TV, whatever. And
that sounds cool.
Yeah.
We can get an old Soviet Union like hammer and sickle and put it in the logo.
Yeah,
I'm gonna incorporate the hammer and sickle with us and podcasts.
Film reel and a.
Oh, that'd be cool. A film reel. That'd be nice.
Yep.
Yeah, film reel with the film coming off it.
Yep. So I'll get started. Like I said, I just got back and from jet lag and planning my son's thing. So I'll get everything up and going. Get my camera back up this week. So.
Okay, so we're doing it tomorrow, right?
No. Yeah. Let's see for later on this week. I don't know, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
I would say just put it in the messenger, but Vinny won't reply.
Exactly. I'll see that it's there, but I definitely won't reply.
Oh, we gotta think of stuff to review and talk about. So we gotta come up for that. It'll be separate. So
hey, when I go into the messenger and look at the messages, does it show my icon that I look? Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
That's why we've been seeing it the entire time. It's just Vinny's reading everything.
If I was a fucking spy, I'd be dead by now.
Yeah.
Is that the cold open?
I think I'm sneaking in. Ooh, let's see what they're doing. Boing, there's my fucking icon. Hey, Vinny's there. Jesus, what a dick. It's like fucking digging a big tiger trap, and here comes Vinny. That fucker's going in. Yeah, hang the Twinkie over the hole. I'm sure he'll fall in for it. Yeah, that's me.
All right. Let's wrap it up, I think, for the week. Saints got to go. All right, so everyone go to theusualsaints.com. You can check us out on our socials there. I'm going to put up the latest interview with James Casey. I'll put that up as soon as we're done here. It's already, the podcast is out. It's on YouTube. Follow us on social media, The Usual Saints.
I'm going to wipe. I got to wipe. Do you guys wipe between the legs or do you go from behind?
Behind, man. What the fuck?
Between the legs? What do we...
Well, do you sit or stand up?
I got a big old thing between the legs. You got to go from behind, man. The third
now,
leg.
Do you sit or stand up to wipe?
I used to go between my legs, but it got on my vagina, so I had to stop doing that.
You don't wipe back to front, man. You don't wipe back to front.
The front to back. I know. I do it from behind now.
All right.
That's just beautiful what I just said.
Go to our website because you get to hear awesome shit like this.
Yeah, awesome shit.
This is important shit, man.
All right. So for Vinny, who's gratefully back, Saint, who's also back, and Jeremy, who's still here, I'm Mike D. Thanks for listening to the usual Saint.
Peace.
All right, fellas. Hit you up on the messenger.
Do I got any doo-doo on the
Have
fingers?
a good night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is all staying in with the doo-doo on the fingers. Saint's gone, though.
That's a cold open. Doo-doo on the fingers.
All right.
All right.
Well, Vinny, I'm glad you're back.
I'm back.
I was fearing that I had offended you. I did not mean to do so.
Yeah, we're cool, man. We're cool.
All right, buddy.
All right, man.
So how much is a moon coin worth?
Well, that one was 25,000, so I don't know.
All right.